Dysfunctional vat. Here is the well, and if you remember, I said that I had to wall off the concrete. I had to wall off some holes inside the bore, and there you can see some concrete. It's down just a little bit above where I need to cut the pipe that you see coming up so I can put in the pitless adapter. I'll be going into detail about how I'm going to get that concrete off. Now normally you wouldn't run into that problem. And if you remember, I'd put in about 7 or 8 feet of bentonite clay from where I had been pouring Sakrete, I've been pouring Portland down in there to seal it up, and you use a tape measure to find your depth. Now I dug this out a little earlier, but it still is going to require a little more work, and we'll cover that. Now this red line that you see right here, that is my ground level, and I have set on my pitless adapter on my 4-inch casing that I'm going to put into place here. I have where that's supposed to sit. So as soon as I get down, I'll cut this pipe, I'll glue the other one on, and then my ground level for my 4-inch casing will be at that. What you're looking at is the hookup for the downhole pump. I got it laid out, I started putting it together, and I was unable to complete it due to illness. I've been fighting something for 2 weeks now. I think I'm starting to get better, although my throat says I still have some kind of a cold. My pump is here, and as we come up, we can see the low water detector has a wire tie holding it there, while just above the cable has been taped together. A little bit above this somewhere, I haven't decided exactly where yet, I'll be putting a backflow preventer in. I figured out, and this is after the fact, that I would actually be pumping slightly more water per minute had it not been for the fact that this water drains back in when the pump turns off. So to keep from losing that water, I'm going to put the backflow preventer in. And what we're getting ready to do right now is we're getting ready to check the water level inside the bore, and also how much mud is in the bottom, seeing how it has not been pumped for about 10 days. The measurements are going to be from the top, so let's see what we have. By the way, this was a cap that I put the rubber onto a lathe, and I turned it down. I wish I had a larger lip on there. I don't, but it works. When we measure, whenever it hits the water, we're just going to measure to the top of this and not worry too much about an offset of 2 feet, or 2 feet 6 inches actually. We're down 22 feet. All right, we just hit water at about 36 feet. Now let's find out how deep the mud is in there. We're at 74 feet. We're at 86. We're at 91. We're at 92.9. So let's pull this up and see where the mud is. This is a fiberglass tape, and the mud sticks to it well. What I do is I take a sponge and put this in a bucket of water and wipe it off. Gets it fairly clean. We are reaching 53 feet. We're at 38 feet. The filter screen down there is 20 feet long. We're at 25 feet. Still no mud. No mud. No mud showed up on that. We'll now put this on the airlift since we're not ready to hook the pump up, and we'll let it pump the rest of the day. That concludes what we're working on. Dysfunctional vet out.